We have Ian, and we have Michael, and we have Carole, and we have Claire. All volunteers, all members of United with Pride. Ian, you co-founded it. Just tell us a little bit about why and what the group's come to mean to you all.
I was that typical sports-mad Geordie kid growing up. Then when I was 13, I realised I was gay. For me, my life fell apart because I couldn't square the circle of being gay and being involved in sport. And I felt I had to choose between the two. So I chose sport and tried to deny my sexuality for the vast majority of my teenage years and my 20s. When I finally did come out in sport, I realised that actually it was quite a welcoming environment. So I really wanted to do something with the club to increase visibility, and refounding United with Pride was the obvious way to go about it.
My story's slightly different, so I lived a lie for a very long time. I got married to a man when I was 21. Even though I think deep down I knew who I was, but I think sometimes when you live a lie, you start to believe it. So I actually came out with 36, so it was quite late in life. I used to go to the matches on my own, so I used to get the bus to the match, watch the match, come home, that was it. As a gay woman, it was sort of like, okay, I hope nobody notices that I'm gay or notices who I am. But now, with the group and basically the family of United with Pride, when we all come in here and support the team and then we all walk to the ground together, it's a totally different feeling to go. I enjoy football again.
I can come to games now, whereas before I might have been able to get a ticket, but then it's like, it's a lonely journey. You know, you just go straight to the ground, you go to the pub and try to find somebody that you know, whereas I know one of these people are always going to be around. It's just a wonderful kind of fellowship that we've got now.
So Michael, your story's a little bit different in that you're not gay,
No.
but you thought it was important and you wanted to join.
Obviously I've talked to pretty much everyone in the group when they've told me their stories, and I mean, Ian told me one that's particularly stayed with me, is that he used to go to games and feel like he was the only gay person in the crowd, and he used to have that fear of being found out almost. So I go to games and I wear a rainbow scarf, and it's almost me saying, like, you're not alone. And even though I'm not gay, I will always be there to support anyone that is.
There was no Pride group at Newcastle. There was no Pride group at St James's Park. What gave you the strength to just think, do you know what, I'm going to be the one who goes in there, I'm going to put the Pride flag up?
It came on the back of the mental health struggles that I had from accepting myself as a gay man, which led to severe depression, anxiety, and even suicide attempts. And when I came out the other side of all that, and I was able to be my authentic self and realise that actually that is possible, I just wanted to give other people, particularly LGBTQ plus young people, the opportunity to, tread their path through sport in an easier way than I did.
They come to the matches, they're here with us, we're very supportive, then they go home and they don't actually have that family side because some of the members of families disown them.
One of our members was able to have had the confidence to finally come out to their parents, aged 26, having wanted to do so for years, but was buoyed by the fact that they joined our group.
I just think it's created such a different experience for me for going to the football matches, and now I've got a group of friends, win or lose, we come back here and, we get together and we analyse the game, we talk about the game, but generally we have a good time and we talk to each other, whereas normally I'd be straight home on the bus. These
are the seats you sit in before and after matches, preview matches, analyse matches. So let's do a few memories. Favourite one in the black and white? I think one of the favourite memories for me is at the end of last season when we beat Arsenal 2-0. I think the atmosphere in the ground was unreal. We had a lot of people in here pre-match, and then because of the atmosphere and the great result, everybody came back post-match as well. I think the other big one for me has got to be the 5-0 against Man United. It always sticks out. So you were there, were you?
I was there, yes.
4-4.
Wow, yeah.
Scoring last minute to equalise the game.
Yeah, that
great
was
moment.
Special.
Yeah, was that the pick of your St James's Park memories?
Yeah,
there?
Probably my favourite moment.
Do you know what? It's probably one of my best memories is since War Flags got involved with the ground. And the flags and the atmosphere that it brings to each game. Honestly, I'm in tears. They start singing Blade Races and that's I've got tears running down my face. You get goosebumps when you walk in the stadium because it's all that and it's everybody together. And now we're included in that as well, which makes my matchday experience fantastic. Yeah, it's our church on the hill, isn't it? It is, yes.
I don't think we can sit here and discuss this without mentioning the new owners. It's been a year. Saudi Arabia, it's a regime with a terrible humanitarian record where gay people, trans people are not tolerated, And effectively, those same people now own Newcastle United.
I don't think there was a member of our group that wasn't conflicted then, and it still would be now. We had to do a bit of soul searching and decision making, and we became very aware of the plight for people who live in Saudi Arabia who identify as LGBTQ+. So then it was a case of, well, what can we do about it? What can we affect? We can still go to the stadium, make visibility displays. We can still create safe spaces here. We can still tackle online hate that's associated around our football club. What we can't control is, what our owners do with their domestic policy in their own countries. Some people don't agree with our position, think we should be standing outside St James's Park on every home game waving placards. I don't regret our position. A year on, we have a membership of around 100, and I know of only one person who disagreed with our position.
We have, like I say, members who don't have family. They come to the matches on a weekend, they spend the weekend with us, they stay over in hotels or whatever, and then they have that matchday experience. If we changed all that, they would have had nothing, and I don't think it was fair on our members to put them through that as well.
Really, it's the Premier League and their officials who should be dealing with this. We shouldn't be the sense of morality in football. It's almost as if you're gay in football, you're not allowed to be a Newcastle fan anymore. It's a very hostile environment that I think it's quite unfair that is put on to just support us everyday people.
The positive out of all of this is that the accusation is sports washing, and I think that it can't be sports washing, because if the aim was to hide the fact that Qatar or Saudi Arabia have very poor human rights record, it hasn't worked, because it's a hot topic. It's talked about a lot.
Just to push you a little bit on that, if it's not sports washing, what do you think the Saudi regime want out of your football club?
I think fundamentally they want to be able to invest their money into something other than oil, something that they see as sport is a large industry. What you have to hope is that they engage with Western partners across all sections of culture, that some of that progressive culture that exists within our countries has a trickle-down effect. We knew we were in a no-win situation because we knew there was going to be damage either way. We had a hate package addressed to us, sent to the club. Obviously, we got a lot of emails and messages from a very hostile social media.
We know we're going to get some backlash of this. We know there's going to be some things on Twitter said or whatever, but my main reason for doing this was I want people to know, any Newcastle fan or any LGBTQ plus sports fan out there, there are groups in your area. That was one of my main reasons for wanting to do this, to let people know that we are here.